When we talk to leaders like you, they tell us there are three things they focus on every day: managing growth, managing risk, and driving efficiencies. A number of industry trends have recently come together to produce greater urgency around improving in each of these areas, and these numbers do a good job of telling that story. From 2005 to 2010, return on equity dropped from 10% to 5% for companies with a combined ratio of 100. When ROE goes down, you have to make improvements in combined ratio to make up for that loss. At the same time, the industry average for combined ratios was 115 for the last 2 years. So, across the industry, combined ratios are going in the wrong direction at the worst possible time. At the same time, your agents are expecting more from you than ever before. The evidence shows that if you can get an agent a quote in 1 hour, the quote-to-bind ratio is 52%. But for every moment that passes beyond that hour, your odds of winning those opportunities dramatically decrease. In fact, if it takes you 24 hours to respond, your quote-to-bind ratio is only 30%. And it's because of these multiple trends coming together at the same time that Ernst and Young says the #1 driver of business performance for insurance carriers is superior underwriting. So why is it so hard to achieve superior underwriting today? As a CEO, you know how important underwriting quality is to your combined ratio and your bottom line. At the same time, your underwriters are under more pressure than ever to respond quickly to agent requests, which puts underwriting quality and response time at direct odds with one another. Let's take a closer look at how these conflicting goals are impacting your business today. Your underwriters used to have a limited amount of information to sift through to make decisions. But things have changed, and as the volume of policies has increased, the amount of information available with which to evaluate them has also grown dramatically. Yet your underwriters' capacity to process this information has stayed the same. So even though they could use this data to make better decisions, they're simply unable to take advantage of all the information available to them. It's just not physically possible. Meanwhile, your larger competitors already have mechanisms to use this expanded information to make underwriting decisions. The second issue is that agents have become more demanding. They expect quotes to get done faster. And as we've seen, response times matter when it comes to winning opportunities. So the amount of time your underwriters have to make decisions has decreased from days to 1 hour, even though underwriters have more things to consider when making these decisions. It's impossible to satisfy agents from a time perspective while improving underwriting quality by capitalizing on all the available data. The only choice your underwriters have is to ignore that data, which puts your company at a distinct competitive disadvantage. But what if you could take advantage of information your competitors aren't accessing? And what if you could get that information in a synthesized format so the amount is manageable for your underwriters? When you use Valen, you'll not only be able to access all this information from the industry's largest data consortium, but also filter and synthesize the data against industry-specific models so you can make decisions faster. That means you'll improve performance of both new business and renewals through accuracy and speed. In addition, you'll reduce another risk you're facing, having all your underwriting knowledge reside within an aging employee population. You can expect to lose 20% of these employees by 2014, along with the critical knowledge they carry with them. But when you can filter and store information, you'll be much less vulnerable to the consequences of losing key employees. And having these capabilities makes you more attractive to the younger workforce you'll be hiring in the coming years. What this means is that you'll not only solve today's problems, you'll also future-proof your organization from the impending natural employee transition. In today's environment, the old model of underwriting will no longer get you to your goals. The greater risk is staying where you are. But it doesn't have to be this way. Our results show that customers who work with Valen improve their loss ratios by an average of 5.4 loss ratio points. In fact, when Society Insurance came to us for help, they lowered their combined ratio by 10 points. And one of our customers recently said that they can now compete with confidence. In the final analysis, The only way to manage growth and risk while improving efficiencies is to drive superior underwriting performance. And nobody can help you do that better than Valen. And that's what I wanted to talk to you about today.